'Cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now. 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 You cashed in on my promises. You know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out. 'Cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now. A little stronger now.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me. Hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. Can make me move. Can make me
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found. But you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air, like a blazing flare. Just stare, cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. My darling dear, you're never here. When I'm in pain, you hide and disappear. Like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. Yeah. I prayed for you and kept you near, in hopes you'd chase away my fears. I'm on my own, you made it so, and now I'm chasing nightmares through. I used to run with you through the great big leaves, laugh at you when you laugh at me. Hope for us because I believe the home was just you and me. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me.
Do you remember how you held me then? Now you got me reaching out. And do you see you got me falling in more times than I can get out. Down.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Mountain Mayhem. It's once again me and my good buddy Rhodes here for a Week 5 matchup. Today we have Feeling Faded versus Anarchy, and for Feeling Faded, at least, this is a story of them trying to end this streak of defeat.
Yeah, I mean, both these teams in general have been very unlucky in this league. Of course, like you mentioned, Feeling Faded. They're now 0-4. We're in week 5. They need to find something here. We need to see them step up a lot. And since we are starting out on Abyss, we're really hoping to see what Feeling Faded can do on their map. And I mean, we have seen some good things from them, but it just hasn't been enough. So I'm really interested to see what these teams can do to step up. And even for Anarchy, they're 1-3. They're not really having a great time either. Have only won one series as well. So I mean, both these teams in general really need this win.
I mean, this just feels like two teams trying to get their footing right now, and one has managed to do so at least in one series, but as like I said for Feeling Faded, they've struggled consistently, and now they have to overcome Anarchy, possibly another difficult challenge for them.
Yeah, I haven't been able to watch too much Anarchy. I feel like Anarchy is the team we've watched the least so far, which is really unfortunate because I do think they have quite exciting players, and I'm really excited to see what we can see here with Loco Boom on this chamber on Abyss, which it's not a pick I think I've seen in Abyss so far, so that's definitely going to be very interesting coming into this match.
I want to say I've casted chamber on Abyss once before, but it is pretty few and far between. And like you said, I'm interested to see how it's going to play out. A bit of a ritual going on in Spawn here, I guess.
On the other side,
They're just hyping each other up. They're just hyping each other up, you know?
I mean, you got to when this is when you're at the bottom of the standings here, you gotta hype each other up at this point. I mean, who knows? Maybe that pulls them across the line in this match. You know.
Feeling Faded, I believe it was Randy over on Feeling Faded in the pregame lobby said that they were sounding off an air horn in their VC to try and get their team hyped up. Both these teams, despite their struggles throughout this league, have not let their mood be soured, and that's something I can definitely appreciate. As we look over towards this B site, that is where most of the pressure is going to be coming down here inside of the pistol round for Feeling Faded. They're going to try and break through that front line, and Anya goes down early. This gem is going to try and commit this plant. Will do so successfully, but there's trades going all across the site, and Anarchy are coming out on top of them. It all comes down to two players. It's Gem to try and hold the line, and Randy on the flank has to make some pace to this and is now set up for a 1v2. Will they be able to find the shots? A smoke in their face, pull on the spike, but it's missing. It's what a play from Local Boom to just push them back into that corner and keep them from being pulled off of the spike, in a beautiful post plant for Anarchy to start it out.
Randy plays too slow, and like you said, great play from Loco Boom, actually not letting them get pushed off the spike. Since the wall was there too, it helped corral them even further than not actually leave that defuse, and huge from them overall. Rowdy, really good 2K, did kind of push too much on the gas there, did unfortunately go down, but Zero Cool also with another 2K for them. So either way, good start here for Anarchy. We'll see what they can do on this Feeling Faded map. We have, like we kind of were talking about before this match even started, before even the stream went up, Abyss has been starting to get picked quite a bit more, and you can kind of see why.
I think teams are starting to get a little bit more comfortable on it, and also inevitably with certain maps, you're going to start to feel a little bit of burnout with them as well as these leagues go on, and the ones that have been in rotation for as long as we can remember. So I'm liking this refreshing pick of Abyss kind of being picked up more.
Yeah, and I'm really excited to see what these teams can do to start innovating on this map. And as we get more and more into it, 'cause it's probably not going away anytime soon, I'm really interested to see what they can do here, as it does look like Local Boom might be getting peaked. It is a bit interesting how Feeling Faded are playing this. They're hoping on this over-aggression from Anarchy, and they might be getting it from Rowdy here. This could be a pick.
Oh, and it's going to be a pick indeed, and Ivy is going to be able to claim that rifle. Actually decides to hand it over to Gem, who has some light armor to work with, and all of a sudden, this is dangerous for Anarchy. Harry does manage to take Ivy out, but Gem has slipped through and gets a wall up as well to try and commit this plant forward. They will do so successfully. It's a 4v4 post plant, and there's a Vandal in the mix for the attackers. Everybody is going to set up to try and give Gem the best chance at success here. And once again, Randy wrapping all the way around. The longer the defenders take to pull off this retake, it's gonna start stacking up against them. Flash sent out, Wingman on the spike, but spammed out very quickly. And the defenders are starting to run low on time. They need to start getting this spike stuck. Bushy takes out Gunk, but the time is getting low, and Randy on the flank denies the defuse once again and holds strong from heaven. Just barely. I think Harry has it, yeah, but has plenty of time, but that could have gotten stressful.
Yeah, and the damage that was done there was not bad. I think Feeling Faded will take that every step of the way. That's 3 kills and a bomb plant, so they just got a lot of money off that. They have some extra money probably for util into this next round. That is definitely a very nice run that Feeling Faded will take all the step of the way. Randy with the flank did find 2, but again, it maybe was a bit too slow. Definitely would have liked it to come a bit sooner before everyone does die. But either way, I really like what Feeling Faded did. There's good innovation, and it does look like Randy is just going to keep playing in this playstyle. So I'm interested to see if Anarchy can start reciprocating and start showing up, where Gem finds Rowdy. Another overaggression from Rowdy. That's huge for Feeling Faded at the start of this round.
That means they're going to start to waterfall onto A quickly here. They want to press onto the gas, but a smoke in their face is going to make them reconsider that. They don't quite have the confidence to break through that in a moment, and as a result, The defenders have been able to reclaim their positions, but they're being corralled over to this A site. Look at the mini-map. The attackers are all going towards B. Feeling Faded have a good read on where this stack is. There's only one player set to receive them. That's none other than Loco Boom, who 2 rounds in a row now has been a hero for this Anarchy roster and looks to do it once more. Gem beheaded, but Gunk is there to trade it back. And all you're doing here for Anarchy is trying to cause as much damage as you can. They've already taken 1 gun off the board, 2 more, and all of a sudden the economy is gonna be absolutely shattered for Feeling Faded. And yeah, close onto the site is just gonna teleport out. Caught out in the open though, somehow wins that fight against Harry. That could have been a horrible situation. And Randy, once again on this flank, is working at it slowly. The defenders are taking their time trying to get onto that spike, getting pinged out. It's a wingman trying to hold the defuse but can't do so. Randy and Gunk collect the last 2, and Feeling Faded come through with not a lot of players lost.
Yeah, they only lose Gem there from the Headhunter, but I mean, they should have lost their Yoru too on you. I don't know how you lived through that. That had to be some whiffs and a half, because a missed teleport usually hurts the Yoru, but I mean, you'll take that every step of the way. You keep 4 members into the next round, you get another spike plant. Their money starting to potentially go up. They can definitely buy into this next round as well. So we need to see what our Anarchy can do here, and we'll have to see what kind of plays they do decide to make, as it does look like Loco Boom's hunting.
Feeling Faded have been good about being proactive on this aggression out from the defenders, and they do it once more. They prevent Loco Boom from really getting anything going there, and on top of that, bring him down to about 50 HP as well. So pressure is on the chamber to try and perform inside of this round.
You can see that Rowdy is a bit startled now. Isn't like playing as much aggression as before, and now kind of just floating back and forth. Maybe the team said, "Hey, you need to chill out" or whatnot, because the Jet is kind of it feels like it's a bit scared now. You have to be a bit more careful because you've been caught out 2 rounds in a row, and I'm really interested to see if that maybe affects their gameplay or not.
Really hope not, because Rowdy can definitely be a big factor to Anarchy's success in their games. We're gonna have to see Rowdy in full force, I feel like, as Feeling Faded is feeling motivated in this series, as they once again claim the site, and over the top, Ivy will take out Bushy and secure a 4v3 post-plant situation. A fair bit of utility to hold on as well. And once again, Randy is making their ways around the flank, so these defenders need to be quick. I believe that Randy will have to make audio here to break open this door, but Gem on the front lines is holding strong and takes out Harry. And wants to go over the top again, doesn't quite collect the kill. Loco Boom is able to take them out. This time is getting low. Wingman on the spike, won't really get anything. It's all up to Zero Cool, who is out of time to win this round. It's the flank from Randy to collect.
I mean, everyone might die, but another round for Feeling Faded. Again, economy perspective-wise, Feeling Faded are really happy with that. Once again, they combined to this round. They played it quite decently. They have 4 ultimates to use and 1 more on the way as well. So everything is really looking up Feeling Faded. Yes, they dropped the pistol in the bonus, but besides that, I really like their game plan so far, and it does feel like Anarchy need to try and figure out what they're going to do about Randy, what you're going to do about all the split mapping that so far we've seen from Feeling Faded. They'll go one way, and another player will be on the other side, always looking for those opportunities. And with that Tour de France up for Chamber, it's not going to find much early.
Feeling Faded are going for a pace change here. They're going to go in with the Cosmic Divide and the Dimensional Drift to just break open this B site. That means a free plant for them, as Anya is actually locked out from their team, kind of stranded on the site here, but it seems as though they will possibly just choose to bunker down and try and be a thorn in their side. On the backlines, though, they lose multiple players, and Anya's gone down as well. Harry, not dead yet, and Bushy collects another kill. Everything is on Gem in the 1v5, who manages to get 2 kills, but tagged up by that shock dart, and it is a thrifty to get Anarchy back on the board.
I mean, the macro is looking so good, but a flank now from Anarchy just turns the tables, just using their own medicine against them, and it works to a T. Finds almost everybody with not much damage done either. Of course, the Not Dead Yet was popped. But either way, that was beautifully done from Anarchy, and now they're back in this game. They're able to buy. They force bad economy now onto Feeling Fate. It does look like they're going to force, so I'm interested to see how that does work out. But besides that, that is a huge game changer to swap the momentum in this match.
I don't know if Loco Boom forgot to buy or not. They have 4,900 and I guess are just leaning on the Headhunter for this round. An interesting decision. Wants to maybe really bolster that economy, expecting maybe an eco out of Feeling Faded, but they've bought right back into this. Rowdy aggressing up on the flank will manage to collect a kill, and Bushy is there to support, but they're just gonna take what they've gotten and run with it. And Harry, a great clear onto Gunk as well. Feeling Faded are starting to fall apart across the map right now, and Gem's trying to recover this, but a beautiful shot from Zero Cool is gonna put the pressure on as Ivy goes down. Everything falls to the shoulders of Randy in the 1v5, and Feeling Faded are really starting to struggle here.
Yeah, the macro game is starting to hurt them. You saw at the start of the round, Anya actually placed a teleport that went all the way up to B tower. But right when they were about to use it, got pushed up on and actually died, so wasn't able to find that backdoor play that they're definitely looking for in that round. I think everything kind of fell apart afterwards because the Yoru couldn't teleport behind the defenders. Either way, though, huge there from the side of Anarchy. It's going to be 90% sure flawless. We'll see if Rowdy does go down to Randy here, which I would not be surprised, but the timing doesn't favor them whatsoever.
Not
I mean, they don't
spotted
know where
though.
each
I don't
other are.
know if Rowdy will full clear this corner, and Randy will go down. It is the flawless round, and that is huge for Anarchy. Their economy is really going to start getting out of control, especially considering Local Boom didn't even buy a rifle that round.
I mean, you gotta just believe in the Headhunter. I mean, we've seen some Headhunter kills already from Loco Boom, so I'm not totally surprised. But like you said, Feeling Faded, they're going on to an eco round. They forced in the last round, and now they're have to pay for the repercussions once again. They have 3 ultimates up, but unless they can find some picks, maybe revive with Gem, this does look like a lost round. I mean, of course, anything can happen, as it does look like Feeling Faded want to opt for a mid play once again, but it didn't work last time. Can it work this time?
Especially with the weaker weaponry, I find myself being skeptical. However, if Harry ends up falling asleep at the wheel here, they could find a rifle. They're walking into a crossfire here, though, and they managed to, yeah, catch Harry asleep at the wheel. However, Zero Cool on the smoke fade will manage to collect the kill. And yet, picks up a rifle. They're going to continue to try and work towards this B site, and Randy has managed to secure so much space there, but Rowdy removes both players, and once again, everything is on Randy. This time, a 1v4, and still won't get anything.
I mean, maybe a 1v4, 1v5, 1v3. It doesn't matter. Randy's just kind of getting the short end of the stick so far. Just cannot find enough, especially since that wasn't eco. It's really difficult to do, but you never know what can happen in this league. But either way, another good round there from the side of Anarchy. Essentially a flaws, of course, one day go down, but I mean, all the kills are pretty much even besides Bushy for the side of Anarchy. Like, there's no like one person doing it. It's mostly a team effort, which I mean is really impressive in the league when you can play this kind of teamwork. And it does look like Loco Boom might be looking at something again early. If you're feeling faded, you got to be watching for this.
Yeah, Loco Boom is really up on this angle and is still not buying rifles. I am very interested in what the plan is here, but I mean, it's working out for Anarchy as they've collected 2 kills. Rifles aren't needed for Local Boom. Did fall back, did
You
get
said that.
yeah, I think he planted it at the start of the round, but didn't want to give over a rifle if it was an eco. Either way, Randy once again on a 1v4. Let's see if they can do it this time. They managed to get 1 kill and could possibly slip the net on this timing in mid. Oh my god, dude, Zero Cool is crispy today.
Zero Cool kind of looks lost for a few seconds and then just pulls shots out of their asses. We're going to see a timeout from Gem for feeling faded. Not surprising whatsoever, as they have gone down 4 in a row after looking good for a while, tying up the game. Everything has just kind of come crashing down, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what they can do here, talk about the game, talk about what they need to do on the side of the maps, and maybe change stuff up a bit. Maybe not put Randy on this flank every time, maybe look for a 5-man on site and use these ultimates to their full potential here.
I'm gonna out you. I'm looking at Twitch chat right now. Did you call Chambers ult Tour de France and I didn't notice it?
Yeah.
Shout out to Jalen in the chat for not letting you live that down.
Well, I just like I usually have my ability
I didn't
thing
even
open,
notice.
but I didn't. I had the stream open, so
Yeah.
I forgot what I knew it was Tour de something, and I'm like, yeah, Tour de France, and then I had to search it.
I didn't even notice, and I just look over and Jalen is just outing you. So
Hey,
that's great.
it's my favorite bike tour, you know? Like that's what
You know what? It's a good bike tour. What's your opinion on bikes?
they have 2 wheels.
Okay, well, that's not an opinion. That's a fact.
I mean, it could be an opinion.
I guess. I used to do a lot of biking, but now I'm lazy. Okay, ecstatic. Don't even. No, do not bring that back.
Well, look at this
Stop.
aggression here from Feeling Fade, just waiting for these aggressive players to show up. But will it work out? As it does look like they're actually going to push off early.
Randy is lost early in the round as well. Finally caught out on these lurks, and it's going to be a bit of a problem as it feels like Feeling Faded have been leaning into that a lot. And look at the proactivity from the defenders here as well. They've claimed all of mid and A main. They know that this is a B exec. So it's going to be a res onto Randy.
Very.
All of Anarchy are going to activate from the flank, and everyone gets mowed down. Harry completely decapitates multiple members, and everyone falls.
I mean, everyone is in the dirt for Feeling Faded. The timeout did absolutely nothing for the team, and now it's just looking painful as an operator is picked up for Loco Boom. I mean, I don't know what this side of Feeling Faded can do anymore. They called their timeout already. It didn't work. They sat in a position where it could have, if they just waited a few more seconds. They had plenty of time, but they moved off of A lobby. They ended up dying anyway, going towards B, and now everything is in the favor of this Anarchy team. They're looking so good, and once again, they're going to be trying to do something, and I don't know if they can do anything at this point, but they're going to be pushing Zero Cool, see if they can hold the site.
Yeah, but Zero Cool is so on top of it right now. Hits 2 kills in the back of the site. Not able to collect the third, but damage is done, and Randy is down on the A site as well. This is looking brutal for Feeling Faded. The one redeeming factor is that they have been... Oh my, never mind. No redeeming factor. Harry gets a double off of the not dead yet. This is just absurd.
Yeah, I mean, the only redeeming factor is that Harry wasn't dead yet for Anarchy, so not really much Feeling Faded can do at this point. I mean, you saw Gunk look away even though it was popped. It's just kind of over at this point. The macro is not there right now for the side of Feeling Faded. We need to see some more teamwork. We need to see better plays because, I mean, they still have 4 ultimates to use, but now that we're getting into the second last round of this half, they're back onto an eco. It looks like Ivy might be forcing into this round, which is an interesting position, but we need some heroes from the side of Feeling Faded. We need someone to step up because so far, every single person just isn't showing enough for to fight this Anarchy team that is hungry for the second win in this tournament. You can really tell who wants to win here and who is just looking for scraps.
Hero is exactly right. Feeling Faded need something big, and well, Gem won't be the one. Gunk does manage to get the kill, and Randy gets one onto Rowdy as well, so perhaps the hero could be these controllers as they manage to crack a opening into the A site, but Harry from behind again is such a problem, and as that cosmic divide goes up, he's just gonna push right through. He doesn't respect this.
No.
Randy, you have to be ready for this gunfight, and yes, you are. Randy managing to hold on for their team right now and trying to push them forward into a salvaged half on their map pick.
Yeah, I'm really questioning if they do decide to do this. It does look like Loco Boom does want to go for it, but with that and with the thrash available, it could be a bit difficult for the side of Feeling Faded. But with an operator retake, definitely not favorable for Loco Boom. We'll see what they do decide to do here, as it does look like they want to be a bit aggressive. But either way, this is going to be very difficult if they want this done.
Mercury applied, which means Local Boom is going to have limited vision here, and this is going to be difficult. Tap on the spike, but there's a Hunter's Fury available, and it is just going to get them right off of that and stall out this timer. Skunk gets one more kill. It's a tap on the spike again from Zero Cool, but it's Randy to pull through with a 3K and find a thrifty for Feeling Faded.
Like we said, we need to see a hero, and that is what Randy is. That's why they are one of the players to watch for Feeling Faded in this tournament as a whole. That might be a caffeine freak, but I mean, they are getting it done here on this Astra. I mean, we need to see a lot more, obviously, out of them, because it is just not enough. We're seeing a lot better team play from Anarchy, but one round builds the two, and that is exactly what they're hoping for. They need to win this, and then they need to win the next pistol, because that is the only hope I think they have in this game at the moment.
I mean, other players from Feeling Faded need to start stepping up. Randy has been the only consistent member, it feels like, especially inside of this map, and it's not what you want from a controller player. You want them to be able to just focus on supporting your star players. However, right now, it's pretty much all Randy at this point. So we find ourselves in another plant. It's Randy once again bringing up this flank through mid. All of these defenders are going to be quick on the retake, as they know how Feeling Faded have been playing their posts. They want to make this fast, and it's going to be Rowdy to go over the top at the back, and it's two players to go down. Gunk trying to recover, is able to get one. Randy's still far out on the flank, and everything falls to them. It's way too far gone. It's 9-3 on the half in Feeling Faded's map pick.
Once again, they go back to what wasn't working, and you could just see how locked in this Anarchy team was looking at this flank. They had two members looking there even before everyone was dead from the side of Feeling Fade. That's how you know this Anarchy team is paying attention to these rounds. They know what Feeling Fade is going to do. Their handbook is exactly in Anarchy's pockets, because they are just playing so well, and we'll have to see how their attack goes. You never know what you can see on Abyss. Anything can happen. This is Feeling Faded's map, and with how they made their map pick, or with how they made their team comp, it's definitely favored to their defensive side. But with how wrong this game has gone for Feeling Faded, I need to see something out of these players. I need to see some hero plays. I really want to see people step up with Randy to show us something.
Like you said, I'm hoping we can see a step up here from one of the players. Their roster lends itself to the defensive side. They need to make use of that. It's Ivy to get a double kill inside of Vents to open up the half. This could be a good omen perhaps for this team. However, they still have to get through a retake now. As the Wingman gets that plant down, they're going to just regroup and get ready for this. Rowdy collects a kill onto Gem, but put on low HP. Loco Boom takes out Gunk, but Anya adds to the grief, and Randy gets an insane timing on the flank. Zero Cool aware of it and ready. It's 1v2 now, and pushing through the smoke. The one to open it is the one to close. It's Ivy to find a pistol.
There is no such thing as luck, as Ivy, right place, right time, right when they shot out that door, was already looking in that direction, just had to shoot a bit. Huge kills there for the double kill to start the round, and we'll finish it out like you mentioned. And that is what you need if you're on the side of Feeling Fade. You need that little bit of a lucky round, a little bit of a good hope, and like you said, good omen to potentially bring them across. But we have seen Feeling Fade lose these thrifties. We have seen them win these thrifties, so we have to see what they can do on this bonus, because anything can still happen. They just can't be over aggressive, and they just have to be very smart about what these plays, because Anarchy, they're coming in hot.
Getting hit with the curse here would be brutal, because they need to make one come to fruition themselves. 9-3 is the half, and they look to try and push that to a victory. However, it's going to be a long and arduous road to get there. And once again, it looks to be Ivy potentially tested over here at Heaven, as the attackers once again are set up inside of Vents.
Oh, the timing is going to come crashing down very fast. These kills are going to start dropping like flies in just a moment. But the question is, when do they pull the trigger? When do they look to push out here? And it does look like they might be backing off maybe just a bit. Just checking in the areas. Bushy still looks like they want to go, but it does look like B site is going to be the hit. Can Harry slip across? It does look like it is going to be checked by Randy for now, but this B site is essentially clear as Gunk finds Rowdy.
The timing for Harry, though, has managed to slip back into deep sight. And as Loco Boom gets one inside of mid, this is going to put some pressure on the defenders. They might find themselves spread a little bit thin, and will they expect this forward position from Harry could be the linchpin of this round if it's not cleared. So the defenders are being very cautious, rotating through mid. That's going to start to bleed away at their time, and Loco Boom has 2 shots left in this headhunter. Harry, in a rough situation, spotted or forced out by that recon dart, which is great for Feeling Faded as they're just barreling through onto this site. It's all up to 0 cool, and it's too tall of a task.
Anya will pick up 4. You need Anya to start stepping up here on the duelist. Has not been able to show much in this match, and hopefully a 4K will definitely help with their confidence as we head into this next round. A bonus that, if you're on the side of Feeling Faded, you want this desperately. If you can win this bonus, it could be a tide turner for your team, but the question is, can they get it done? You have the dimensional drift available for Anya, so if you play these sites a bit slower, if you play it more methodically, it can definitely be a huge ultimate to use against this Anarchy team that has been playing. Even though it was pretty slow last round, I feel like they're a very fast team that can definitely push these sides very hard. But that is the question we'll have to ask as Feeling Faded. They're stacking a lot through mid, maybe looking for some up.
Feels like this is almost a necessary bonus for Feeling Faded, if nothing else for the confidence in this map. But all of Anarchy are over towards this B site, which means it's going to be a 5v5 retake, and that's going to favor the attackers with these better guns. They need to just flood out and catch some of these players off guard. It's a very forward stance, though, from the attackers. They're looking to just keep things tough for Feeling Faded, giving so little over them. Harry able to take out Randy. Gem there to try and respond, but Anarchy is winning their fights. Everything is going well for them. They lose a couple of bodies, but this is gonna be a round for Anarchy. No bonus will come through.
Definitely not what you want if you're Feeling Faded. You did find 2 guns, but I mean, it was on their quote-unquote worser players, so it's not the best in the world, but I mean, Feeling Faded, they need something at this point. This is the round to lose. This is their round to step up in this game. If they cannot find this game is essentially over. We'll see what Anarchy does do here as, I mean, we saw Loco Boom once again just sticking to the Headhunter, buying the rest of the teammates, and is just going to keep using this ability that, I mean, has been super strong for them so far.
I mean, 13-7 has hardly really been using rifles so far. Is definitely performing very well and trying to keep the economy up for Anarchy, keep them always threatening in terms of their buys at the expense of them having to play with just the Headhunter throughout the game. Maybe an op here or there. But Anarchy are making their way onto this A site, but they're actually just going to be, that's going to be a bait. They want to pull everything back towards B. Will Feeling Faded be ready for this?
As the smokes do come down, I believe Randy has to be calling the teams over. And huge pick from Rowdy on Gunk.
Gunk goes down. That's one of your controllers, and now Randy as well. So you are out of smokes, and Anarchy are wrapping through mid here. Rowdy collects another, and a round that you said was a must-win for Feeling Faded is beginning to slip away. Gem tries to bring things back into their favor, and Ivy will add to that. However, it's gonna actually be an overextension from Local Boom, barely caught on the teleport back, and this retake is on once again as Anarchy fall back towards B main. They're gonna try and play the spam, but there's a wall available for Gem, and they're gonna put it up and try and just stick this defuse. Ivy on the coverage. Gem is able to pull the defuse through.
A impossible round that they should not have won in any scenario comes through because Anarchy went too aggressive. They went too fast. They tried to push the spawn, but they got caught on every single angle. And the Sage pick that Gem has picked time and time again just shows dividends, puts it up. Able to stay alive, they decide to spam it instead of throw that molly from Gecko beforehand. So just a huge misplays from this Anarchy team, and Feeling Faded, they're still in this match, a round that they should not have even been close to winning. They are still here and they are fighting.
Rhodes, you know me, I'm a bit of a believer, and that round had a bit of magic in it, so I'm calling it now. I want to see this comeback, if nothing else, for more chaos and just unpredictability like that. How did Feeling Faded get back into that round?
That is something Anarchy is going to need to look at later on. Something a head scratcher you might say is Gunk and Loco Boom kind of just saying hi to each other here. Not going to really show too much aggression, as it does still look like Anarchy want to go towards this A site, even though this B site is so free. Maybe they'll look for more aggression. They're going to commit the Aldrone and maybe bait people over, but Feeling Fade, they're nowhere near. They're looking for Loco Boom and they won't find it just yet.
They're really taking a passive approach to this B site, and instead they're going to try and spread their wings towards mid. They want to clear this out, but Gem goes down to Rowdy, and now their backline is compromised. It is not dealt with by Gunk. Gunk actually goes down as well. This Jet could be a major problem. As this plant goes down, Randy trades one back. It's a 3v3, and this is such an awkward position for Feeling Faded. They have to deal with Rowdy, and Anya does so, but at the cost of a lot of HP. Anya has doubled up as well. Randy is coming in to try and support, and the Hunter's Fury is popped a little bit prematurely, and Bushy is so far away here as well. They're just going to be able to stick this defuse, I think. Randy is just going to have to cover, has to pull through, and no, there's no peek from Bushy in time. Was a bit hesitant on the swing. Perhaps had a chance to deny that defuse, but just too far removed from the site.
Another round that looked so good there from Anarchy just went away once again. Bushy used the ultimate at the wrong time, hasn't had a great game in general, and maybe that does affect the confidence, especially with the ultimate, but prematurely pops it, and that is so huge for Feeling Fade, able to get it again, another round. And I mean, if you're Anarchy now, you gotta start talking to each other, maybe call a timeout, because you're making misplay after misplay, and it's starting to blow up in your face. If Feeling Fade can keep cashing this team on these mistakes, I mean, they are back in it. We'll have to see what does decide to happen, as they're going to be pushing this mid again. They love this over aggression on mid. They always look for whoever wants to push there, and hopefully it works out for them if they're looking for this comeback.
Rowdy caught by a flash and is taken out by Gunk, so it's a good opener for Feeling Faded. They've played on the back foot for a lot of these rounds, and finally they have an advantage, which is added to by Gunk. Doubles up inside of mid, and the controller is out of the equation for Anarchy right now. That makes this round so much harder. So they're going to be left with just raw gunfights to take. There's no way to break off this line of sights. Surely they will clear Randy here, but there's still so many players that they have to be ready for, and Randy is just too prepared for the gunfight. It's a beautiful round from Feeling Faded to break the economy of Anarchy.
Feeling Faded's mid trap play is just working out so well for them. When Gunk Randy can get it on, they are doing the Lord's work, as Harry is going to finally call a timeout here for the side of Anarchy. Their money is in an interesting position. It does look like they will buy into next round, but they got to talk to each other, because all that teamwork I was mentioning before, it just has all gone away. They're just not as cohesive. As Feeling Faded are starting to perform, Feeling Faded are kind of corralling them into the positions they want, and Anarchy, they're just not going to the right sites, they're not making the right plays, and it is definitely starting the show. We'll have to see how Anarchy do decide to play it, because I think they still have been the better team this game, and definitely a lot of rounds that Feeling Faded has won has been off the back of Anarchy over aggression and mispositioning. But either way, Feeling Faded, they have a leeway back into this game, and like you said before, the comeback, it's alive and it's coming.
Yeah, Anarchy, actually, their economy is doing a lot better than I thought it was. I guess Loco Boom sticking to that Sheriff a lot really is doing a lot in terms of keeping them threatening in these rounds. Is they're going to have a pretty solid investment here. 3 rifles coming forward. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Loco Boom buy Zero Q as well. And the Tour de Force is also available, or as we like to call the Tour de France.
Shut up.
I love you, Reds. You know I love you.
Yeah, so see, if they do pop the bike tour here on this round, but yeah, it will come out here. We'll see what they can find as Gem going to need to hold the site, and it does look like it's finally a 5-man push.
Yeah, Anarchy are wanting to try and just get onto the site and secure a solid post plant for themselves. So Gem is taking a very passive stance to this. Ivy, though, through the smoke, I believe, in Heaven, has managed to get one. There's kills going back and forth constantly here. The Not Dead Yet popped. Resurrection also comes through, and Loco Boom is trained on the angle. However, Gunk is just going to teleport out, and multiple of these defenders are going up towards Heaven. And they're trying to buy time for Randy's flank right now, which could be a massive part. It doesn't look like it's being considered. And on the front lines, things are going crazy. Randy takes out Loco Boom. Harry on the lurk in sight, claims one more, but Anya and Randy keep adding to it. And Randy steps up big once again.
The slow flank there from Randy finally pays dividends of 3K for the side of Feeling Faded. It's 10-9, 1 round away from tying this game, and I mean, it is just looking so good for them now. We're seeing a lot there from Ivy, actually able to pop the Not Dead Yet, or forcing them to pop the Not Dead Yet. Harry actually was able to get the return kill on to Ivy there, so Harry was able to find a lot more than they definitely asked for, but Randy on the other side, huge round, huge plays, and that is exactly what you need for Feeling Faded. Like we said at the start of this half, we need these hero plays, hero moments from Feeling Faded. Randy and Ivy definitely stepping up here.
It's absolutely insane how much pressure Randy has put onto Anarchy by just constantly maneuvering their way around the map. It's a bit of a dry spell for a while, had a lot of struggle, but finally it comes back around, and Ivy manages to get the kill onto Bushy as well with the Hunter's Fury. So this retake is off to a good start. Loco Boom keeping an eye on the flank. Randy has built paranoia in this team and is just posted up inside of mid, waiting. It's expecting a flank of their own. As the Cosmic Divide comes out, Randy is going to start to work on this flank. Loco Boom is going to clash with them, is gonna not quite go the way of Anarchy as they're losing picks all across the fight. And the Sage Wall is up, the Cosmic Divide is active. This is another beautiful post plant for Feeling Faded.
And it's a tie game, 10-10. I did not think we were going to get here. I thought Feeling Faded were out and over, but the tides have shifted. We're seeing a whole new Feeling Faded in this match. They are showing why this is their map, and I mean, they like defense. What can you say? This team is made for defense. They have that Sage that has been so perfect to their post plants. Randy's been really good with this Astra, staying alive in general, able to use this Cosmic Divide to perfection. And even Anya now stepping up is also huge.
That is like the third high impact Cosmic Divide we have seen out of Randy, and I don't want to keep highlighting them too much. This is actually a very close effort from all the players on Feeling Faded. Their stats are very close across their entire team, but in terms of the swing utility, Randy has been on top of it. Rowdy, though, double kill on the A site, is just gonna dash through into the defender's spawn and collect one onto Ivy as well. It has taken a while, but Rowdy has woken up once again and is all up to Randy, a player who we have been praising, and this is out of their pay grade.
Sorry for cutting you off there, but Rowdy snuck up the whole 8th site, walked right past Ivy didn't see them walk past, and huge double kill into a triple kill into a quadra kill for Randy. That is exactly what Anarchy needed in this round, and now they're back in it. There's actually potential for them. We need to see Feeling Faded not feel pressured here. We need to see them bounce back in this round if they want a chance, because, I mean, Anarchy, they're back in this game off that play.
Rowdy drags Anarchy out of a slump there. It was 5 rounds straight for Feeling Faded, and now things are starting to spiral out of control off of a one player's performance. Ivy goes down as well, and this is looking like it will be match point from Anarchy as Gunk goes down. Surely Feeling Faded did not put all of this effort into a comeback just to fall short as soon as they tied up the score. This is flawless from Anarchy.
The problem that persists once again, Rowdy pushing through, finding the plays that Anarchy needed, and the hunger is back in them. They want this match done and dusted. This is Feeling Faded's map as well, so if they're able to win this, they go to Lotus, which is their map pick, and we need to see something from Feeling Faded here. It is match point. They need a lifeline. They need a hero play. We'll have to see who steps up as
As soon as the score was tied, a switch was flipped in Anarchy, and now they are merciless. They are just barreling into these sites to cause as much damage and chaos as they can. The Thrash gets sent out, but quickly dismayed, and Ivy manages to find Bushy as well. This attack has finally been repelled, but they know that there's a lot of defenders here, and they're going to start quickly making their way over towards B, where Gem is the lone defender with a judge.
Gem pushing up here too, so if she gets it, it's huge.
That's a massive pick for Gem. Knows that there's more pressure coming in, though. However, not enough in the judge's chamber to try and pull that over the line. Harry running away, but right into Ivy's awaiting arms. And it's a 2v2 as we find ourselves in this post-plant. A sloppy fight and the trade back from Anya as well. It's a 1v1. Chamber versus Yoru, and Local Boom has it in their hands. This is 13-10 from Anarchy to avoid the comeback.
One play, one player, and one round will hurt the chances of Feeling Faded winning this map. Rowdy absolutely winning this game for an Anarchy, and that is not what you want if you're on the side of Feeling Faded. You had that in the palm of your hand, but Rowdy, with one sneak up play, will destroy the chances of Feeling Faded. And now that we're going to be heading into an interview, Anarchy, they are here and looking for series point to give them their second win in this tournament.
I mean, that is brutal for Feeling Faded. It's just, it was so close. You were right there. And as soon as you tied the score, it's just right back in it from Anarchy. And they flip a switch, and there's no shot in the last few rounds.
Really interested to see if Feeling Faded can actually push back in the next map. I know it's not their map, but we did see some good potential out there. We have seen them actually able to do a lot of things. So I'm really interested to see if they can maybe bring that energy that they had earlier in that second half into the next one. And are we getting an interview? Or?
Okay, so it is going to be Zero Cool. I've got to drag them in. Sorry, for whatever reason, my Valorant's my Valorant in-game chat stopped working. So we're going to be having Zero Cool in here for the interview. Congratulations on just barely getting away with Abyss.
Thank you. Yeah. It was stressful it was stressful during our attack side. We just couldn't figure it out, bro.
I mean, as soon as you did, though, you guys were right back into it. I wanted to ask, what was it that flipped the switch for you guys as soon as that score tied up for you guys to just absolutely barrel through the rest of the half?
Rowdy called just like he was like, "Yo, we're like they're a retake team, and we're just playing passive as shit. Like we just need to get in. Like A is free, so like we were just like, let's just hit A, like just hit A, and we just started going. Like he was all over util and pushed up and kept side."
What was the call there when Rowdy was able to sneak up all the way through A and find you guys the clutch round to actually essentially win you this map? What was the call there that actually get you guys across there?
He literally just went, "Let me go A alone. I promise I'll get 1 or 2." And like he just sent all of us somewhere else. He said 2 mid, 2 B. That's like really what he called. He was like, "Just let me go A alone, and I'll get 2." And he ended up getting 4.
Well, congratulations. That was definitely what swung the half in your guys' favor. For now, it's going to be a quick 5-minute break, and hopefully you guys can keep that momentum going into map 2.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for having me.
In the deep of my mind, I call for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, how long do I got to keep you, to keep you? Down in the deep of my mind, I call for you and you're always inside. Down in the deep of my mind, trying so hard not to keep you, to keep you. How long do I got to keep you, to keep you? Trying so hard not to keep you, to keep you. Oh, you make me wanna talk back to you. Say it like that. If I hate you, then find someone new. Baby, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill. Oh yeah, take you like a pill.
I can never ever find the right words, and there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl, so I can only say that it feels right. It feels right. It feels right. Yeah, I can only say that it feels right. It feels right. It feels right. Yeah, I can only say that it feels right. Going with the gut, never had a doubt, felt like this is just a must. Put me in perspective, I'm the deepest in the cut. Everybody tuning in, but
Welcome back, everybody. That last map was a bit of a heartbreak for Feeling Faded, but for Anarchy, it was them avoiding travesty as they barely fended off an insane 9-3 comeback and are looking to carry over that momentum into their map pick of Lotus.
So close, but so far to a funny curse, as we're going to be seeing some very interesting team comps coming on the board here. We're going to get the Chamber from Anya jumping off the Duelist, and Ivy will be retaining that role here. So I'm really interested to see what Feeling Fade can do, especially without playing with a Sage, which we've seen a lot of from Gem. A lot of different role swapping here from Feeling Faded.
Wanna move around the roles, it seems here. Try and get something else going is clearly what happened in Abyss. They do not want to repeat. Absolutely brutal loss over there. It felt like they were making the comeback, man, and then it just slipped through their hands.
It felt so good, but Rowdy said good night to their chances, and we'll definitely see who steps up here for Feeling Faded. And in general, in this match, I want to see two players step up for both these teams. Gunk and Bushi, both of them just had some rough times, had some poor ultimate usage and utility usage that definitely showed up in the long run for their teams in the bad stretches. So I'm really interested to see which one of these players can show up better for their team and lead their team to a map win or series win.
Certainly is going to be interesting what happens over here on the Lotus, at least hopefully. It looked like Abyss was potentially going to be one-sided, but there's a bit more to that story, and Lotus so far starts out a little bit better for Feeling Faded as Ivy gets the opening kill to open up that C site, and that plant will go down. Randy with multiple angles to manage on this lurk, but it's going to just try and eat away at that time. No way they're expecting this position from Randy, though, and will surely just be going down. It's only going to stall off a little bit of time. No damage is going to be caused. However, attackers on the site are set up pretty well. There's a good high-low here from Gunk. It's going to claim one of the lives. Ivy adds to that tally. And even though Gunk is felled, a lot of damage is put down, and it's too much. It's Feeling Faded. Find a pistol.
Yeah, that whole round was opened up because Loco Boom unfortunately whiffs almost every single shot, or did whiff every single shot of that Sheriff to give them that sight. Very nicely done. Feeling Faded played that so fast that something we didn't usually see on the side of Abyss, where it is obviously harder to go that fast on a two-site map. But either way, I like what they did there. It looks like they're going to be pushing B. It has a turret, but I think they could potentially do it, but there is a lot of players potentially able to collapse. So we'll definitely see how they do play this as actually. It does look like Logo Boom will push off of it for now, so it's only Rowdy. Interested to see if they are able to push this cleanly, as it does look like some offense from the defense will be coming out here. We're going to see Harry push out through A.
Now, Feeling Faded are taking their time with this, though. It's going well thus far. So they've managed to get one of the kills and not at all ready for that position from Randy. Harry goes down as well.
Oh, the timing favors Ivy. Only gets tagged once, so they get free C site, and now Ivy is in the front lines. Will they be paying attention to the player to their left? Zero Cool will find the right click.
Classic right to the face for Ivy. However, the plant is once again down on the C site, and this is going to be a rough retake for Anarchy to try and pull off.
We'll have to see what they do decide to do. It looks like two players are going to play towards Hall, and that's going to be Zero Cool and Waterfall.
Zero Cool, bit of pressure on them. They have the Spectre, the only weapon available to Anarchy besides those classics, which do a decent amount of damage, but everything falls to Bushy, who can't do it. It's Gem to close out the round, and it's 2-0 for Feeling Faded.
I mean, you'll take that if you're feeling faded. You finally are able to put some pressure here onto the side of Anarchy, and Gem starting out 3-0. Not bad whatsoever here. And if you're a Feeling Faded fan, you're definitely going to want Gem to start looking really nicely. Not playing the Sentinel for once, playing the Sky, which is definitely something different, at least from what I remember from this team. So will be very impressive to see what they're able to pull out. Ivy on this duelist definitely can pull some stuff out. Their initiator was quite good, so I'm really interested to see with all the aggression they are able to possess. I really like this potential raise pick for this team.
I mean, I'm interested to see how it's going to go. I hope that we can see a good amount from Ivy, who did pretty well on Abyss, especially under the role of Sova. So perhaps getting to stretch their legs with a duelist could do a bit better as well. Kind of add to that. Loco Boom flashed out, is going to be forced to retreat back towards C. That's where the execute's going to be coming in. Ivy making that space, tries to get in towards the back of the site, and will do so successfully. This plant seems inevitable to come down on the C site.
Yeah, they will have to re-get the Gecko wingman as well, and the plant will come down
This from Randy.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, but Randy is in a wild spot here, and if they're quick, could really cause some problems on this rifle round. Gem on the front lines, and Ivy adds to it as well, and all of a sudden, this is falling apart. This could be a bonus round out of Feeling Faded, which would be a huge resurgence. Loco Boom pushing into the site.
Randy's almost
gonna
there.
try and get in. Yeah, Randy's so close. The Spectre doesn't find its shots at the first round volley, but will find it on the second. And the Wingman's sticking this spike, just barely taken out right before the defuse comes fully through, and that got close.
That is the drips of sweat that was coming down from stress there from the team is absolutely crazy. Ivy now 6-1. Hero play bonked. Zero Cool with the nade, and we were able to find the round. Like you said, that wingman so close to defusal, but huge from the side of Feeling Faded. They're able to push it across the line for 3 rounds in a row, and now they can definitely start lifting off. Ivy though, gonna be a bit of a goof with that blast pack.
Just a silly guy throwing out those blast packs early, you know, we've all been there.
Just a little bit silly. And Lokobin once again kind of forced off the C angle. Hasn't really been able to do too much in the C position. Definitely gonna be kind of scared at this point because how many times Feeling Faded has gone C thus far. But we'll see what Feeling Faded do decide to do here innovation wise. And I mean, I could definitely see them going A, but they have to be careful. There's a Harry there and they are scary.
Anarchy could have 2 reoccurring issues on this map. Ivy tearing up their front lines, especially if they're able to keep this momentum going. And then Randy on these flanks is just lurking around. However, this is an awkward round for Feeling Faded. They're losing bodies over towards A main. This is not going the way they would have expected, I imagine. It's going to try and get through this door, secure some position in towards trees, and just attempt to get this plant down. It's Randy lurking forward onto the site, will collect 1 kill, and that gives a safe haven for the rest of their team. But the plant isn't able to be committed. It's wall banged out, and everything falls to Randy, who can't do so. These thrifties have been a problem for Feeling Faded.
Yeah, and Anarchy are back on the board once again. They will take the misplays from Feeling Faded and use it into their armor, because they are back in this game, and definitely not what you want if you're Feeling Faded. You had this game kind of on lock, well, at least this half kind of on lock, but one misplay leads to another. They tried to push out of that Viper wall that Randy did put down, but just arrays Harry with that stinger, able to find a lot. The door kills were not found. A huge round there from the side of Anarchy, and we'll have to see how much more they can do this round. They are switching up the defensive roles just a tiny bit, but we'll definitely see how Feeling Faded do decide to push as they want to maybe try and find Loco Boom on this jump peak. It will not come thus yet, and they're going to look to get some more aggression now.
You foreshadowed Harry being a problem in that round earlier, and it came to fruition as Ivy, once again, trying to break through onto this C site, is going to take a lot of damage. Oh my god, what a hold from Loco Boom. 3 kills on the site, and though it may be a return frag, for, what on earth am I? What is happening? What is happening? How is Gem alive? Gem's still alive, is just kicking and screaming in the site. Finally will be taken down, and everything's up to Randy in the 1v3. What in the Pepega was that?
This is a round where I would like to have replays, just because I'm pretty sure at the corner of my eye I saw Bushy with a knife try to knife Gem and then jump backwards the waterfall again while Gem was trying to reload, doing a 360. And
now that's gameplay.
Now that is gameplay. I don't know what to say there. That is just pure fun. That is just pure fun right there, that round. Either way, it goes to Anarchy once again. They are still in this game, and we'll have to see what Feeling Faded do decide to do, as they are going to be forcing into this round. It could be a problem with many of the players not being able to buy for the round after, but B site looks to be the hit. Rowdy has to be a bit careful.
I can't get over that. How did Gem survive for so long? Absolutely wild. Rowdy, under a lot of pressure on the B side, is just going to toss out a smoke and teleport back, trying to stave off death here. It's going to do so successfully for but a moment. Randy and Gunk trying to break through here, and Randy wrapping back around through B main as the tap goes down on the spike. Anarchy are going to rip the Rolling Thunder, and it's all up to the controllers, who both have almost a no HP to work with, a combined 16 between the both of them.
And look where the bomb is too. That is absolutely impossible for them to get. I mean, Harry might look for a pick here on the Randy, so it's even worse for Feeling Faded. But the whiffs actually do come out. There is potential here for Feeling Faded to stay alive, question mark?
Harry can't land the shots, but neither can Feeling Faded, so it just comes down to an awkward stalemate where Feeling Faded will decide to leave.
Hey, they're gonna go the C way.
Now it's Zero Cool's turn.
I love trading turns, and Zero Cool hears it too. Gonna use the wingman, but I mean, we'll see if Randy can find this pick. But it looks like, again, they're just gonna play
back
safe.
up as well. You know what? I can't blame Anarchy. Oh wait, hold up. Okay, there we go. Okay, Anarchy, they were aware.
They're not gonna even go for it anyway, so it doesn't matter.
They're not. I'm so confused. Anarchy or Feeling Faded, I guess, just want to save. What a back-to-back straight. Why are you still pushing forward? Do not. Oh no, Gunk!
Zero Cool, 3K.
Why? Just tuck into the corner.
And the LMFA.
Randy watching their teammate die just jumps in LMFA.
Now there's 4 ultimates now for Anarchy. I mean, this is kind of Anarchy's game now. The tie the score is tied. 3 rounds in a row for both teams. We'll have to see if Feeling Faded can maybe find something to get back into us after 2 very interesting rounds, to say the least. Very
Dude.
funny rounds.
What have these last 2 rounds been? It's so just
Monkey brain.
monkey. Once again, this C site is gonna be attacked, but as the lockdown goes out, Feeling Faded are just gonna back out towards B, and they're going into the crosshairs of Bushy. They managed to overwhelm it though. Anya gets a double kill. Loco turret kill. What is happening?
And the bomb is down now too, so Loco Boom, the lone person to hold off this team, but they do have the From the Shadows. It's going to be used, and now they're running into Harry. This could be deadly.
Right back to Harry, but Harry fumbled the bag the last time, pops the showstopper, and Feeling Faded are just gonna run away. What am I watching? What is this? What is this?
And they go back to Loco Boom. Everything comes full circle.
Hey, what's up, Zero Cool? Free kill on Randy. There we go.
And Loco Boom has to hold this off. Anya gonna pick up the spike. Might go see. Nope, they're pushing. And
Oh,
ooh,
what a shot from
it's huge.
Anya. And that means that the spike can be... Well, actually, the spike was already recovered. Now they're going to go to C. This is a rat race. This is so weird.
They're actually going to be planning for Hall here too, so that's even better for Feeling Faded. They're definitely favorite into this round. Anya has from the 3K. Can they find more? Zero Cool does have that
want to
thrust
see the
to use,
ace.
though. Could definitely be a huge round ender here for Feeling Faded.
The ace from Anya could be absolutely massive. The Thrash doesn't check the angle either, but Harry is just able to win that heads-up gunfight, and now Gunk is thrusted into the 1v2 alone to try and pull this over the line for Feeling Faded. Almost gets the lineup, but not quite able to find it.
And
it's the wingman to get the
wingman in our ears.
Yeah, Static's here for the goofy vibes.
Unfortunate there for Gunk, just shot right through the legs of Harry, but another round for Anarchy, another questionable round for Anarchy, but I mean, they'll take it every step of the way at this point. They've stacked 4 in a row.
I thought you were saying unfortunate in regards to ecstatic talking for a second. I was like, that's toxic, bro.
Yeah, unfortunately, we have to hear stack in our ears, and the stream doesn't. That's the unfortunate thing. The stream doesn't get to hear ecstatic, so...
We need to just drop the mute button, or uplift the mute button on Static at this point. He's just part of the cast.
On Twitch.
He doesn't want to be here.
Has to be a rewards thing on Twitch where he has to be forced to unmute.
Yes.
for like
Dude, I have so many channel points. I will buy that for an entire match. Ivy sending it into the back of the site. Gunk is gonna join them, and that Boombot gets annihilated by the aftershock. I don't know why that was really funny to me. Everything's just making me giggly right now.
The bike tour is out for this chamber, looking for one, and finds Loco Boom.
What a shot from Anya, but this Viper's pick goes up from their teammate. This is gonna create an awkward situation. Ivy manages to hold off Rowdy's flank, and Ivy just Anya set up close with this headhunter, will collect another kill. Randy jiggling out of their smoke is gonna throw down a Viper's or a snake bite. Harry is absolute pandemonium in the site right now. Zero Cool is managing to find these cool kills, just so low on HP. Oh my god, Zero Cool! What is that?
The freshest kills around! What a kill, what a round, and what a clutch! Our Anarchy are up 5-3 from a hero play of all hero plays. That's a 4K for Zero Cool.
He has absolutely zero cool. That spam is absurd and gets an insane play that shocks even them. Stranded in spawn after, like you said, a hero play to end them all.
I have a feeling they jumped out of their chair with them being AFK right now. What a play! Like I did, or actually, like I talked to you about Zero Cool actually after the interview, and we were on the break. I'm like, Zero Cool, you probably have one of the best aims I've seen in this tournament, at least for your team, and you could definitely see it there as they're gonna be pushing on the site now. Feeling Faded, they need to find this round to get back into it.
They really do. It's been a rough map, and Harry is just adding to their grief. Loco Boom claims one as well, and everything's up to Randy. An all too familiar position. 1v5 and no way into it. Only afforded a courtesy kill.
There comes the boom. 6-3, 6 rounds in a row for the side of Anarchy, and we're starting to get to that point again for Feeling Faded where the rounds just get stacked against them, and we're just not seeing the pushback that we need to see. Of course, they do usually like their defense more, but I like their comp for attacker this time around. Their attack definitely looks like the better team composition-wise, but either way, we'll definitely see what Feeling Faded do decide to do here. I'm surprised no timeout has been called, unless I am blanking on it. I don't believe one has been called yet, so I'm interested to see what Feeling Faded can call here, as A looks to be like looks like their position thus far, but as we know from what's happened throughout this match, they're probably going to be running towards C or B, but we'll see. Anything can happen.
They're gonna have to contest with Harry, who is feeling hot right now. It snipes Gem out of the round and wants to pop the showstopper as well to add to it. Anya goes down, and this is looking hopeless for Feeling Faded. It's a flawless round.
Harry and his buckets full of kills. What a nice play there for Harry. Like I said, I mean, Feeling Faded, they probably want to go see it. They probably just want to baited it out, but they pushed out too far. Harry was in the waiting, used the showstopper for a second kill, and found the third pretty nicely. Rowdy even pushed out a B too, so just kind of corralled this Feeling Faded team. Didn't let Randy do anything at all. And now we're once again in this situation where we need to see them step up. Ivy does have the showstopper to work with, can potentially find something with it, but we need to see what they are able to do. And like I mentioned at the start of this match in general, I want to see either Bushy or Gunk step up. So far, I'm seeing more from Bushy, and that's definitely one of the reasons why Anarchy are in this game and doing quite well.
I mean, it's been a crazy effort from hero plays from Anarchy, but we can't forget about their supporting staff as well. As Rowdy is pushing up in the B to take out Randy. It's a good play from the Omen, who has struggled on Anarchy, but hasn't really been needed clearly.
And the showstopper is popped for Ivy. Won't find anything besides the site. So we'll be able to get the plant down. It's going to be a 4 versus 5, not something they want to be, but only 3 players as well. It's going to be very hard for Feeling Faded.
Gem is pretty disconnected here, and I believe the audio will be heard. So Rowdy is going to be ready for this gunfight and will take Gem out of the round. Gunk trying to hold on, and Ivy is stranded in the site. Doesn't get cleared, though, so manages to get 1 kill, and this is thrusted into a 2v2. Anya is going to just be posted up in tree alongside of Gunk to try and hold on to this round. They take out the nanoswarm, holding them back, and the paranoia could possibly secure the round for them, as it's a beautiful shot from Anya, but Zero Cool again. No way. Do they have the time? Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
Another insane clutch from Zero Cool.
The clutch factor for Anarchy is too strong. They just cannot hold Zero Cool off. Anya and Gunk get absolutely blasted by this Gecko, and I don't see any way past it at this point. They're feeling it too much. And I mean, right now, Feeling Faded, they're feeling faded. They just cannot find a way into this game because of this Gecko, because of this raise from Harry. It is just looking so good for them. But I said the same things last game. The same things were said, and Feeling Faded were able to find a mount comeback of some sort. They did lose in the end, but you can never count this team out. If they can potentially find an 8-4, I think that's obviously best case scenario at this point, but we need to see something from them right now.
The ball is in Feeling Faded's court, and the momentum is so in the favor of Anarchy right now. Rowdy catches Gem trying to spam down that door. Randy trades it back, but this is still a scattered Feeling Faded trying to find a foothold, and Harry will strip Randy away from them, leaving them in a 3v4 post plant. Bushy is just sending in all the utility to cause so much problem. Ivy not able to hold off, and Feeling Faded are stomped out of the first half.
9-3, 2 maps in a row, and as we hear Static once again saying the wingman chant, this game is looking difficult. Feeling Faded, we've seen them do it before, but since they have not won a round since round 3, I mean, it is the confidence, the momentum. Every single thing is working against this Feeling Faded team. We need to see them step up. We need to see Ivy and Randy pull this team out of the gutter because the rest of them just aren't showing their cards, aren't showing us why they need this win. And right now, it's looking like an 0-5 start for this tournament. And I mean, Feeling Faded need this win, especially against the lower teams in the league. It feels like they need to be more hungry because Anarchy, they are the hungriest right now.
This has to be the same tale as on Abyss, but this time they can't trip and fall at the end. Loco Boom under a lot of pressure. There's 4 players, but that's going to give the rest of their team the prompt to just go onto a site as all of these defenders are being corralled around the map. What a shot from Anya, though. Is brought down to 22 HP, but snipes Loco Boom.
Randy on the flank could be huge as well as Harry finds one.
Pushing through the smoke, though, from Anarchy. They're just going to try and cause as much problems as they can. Forced back by a Paranoia, and Randy is super slow on this flank. Wants to take their time with it, but your team is starting to get whittled down one by one. Ivy goes down, and it's all left up to the controllers. Randy trying to work their way on the flank, and Gunk's under so much pressure. Randy gets a double. Gunk now has the ability to move out of heaven, throws a smoke onto the spike to try and stick this defuse, and it's Randy to provide for Feeling Faded.
The slow flank, once again from Randy, works out to perfection. Yes, the rest of the team essentially died, but if you're able to find these kills, if you're able to bait out the team this much, you have to secure it. And once again, Randy, 4K to win a pistol, and now Feeling Faded. I mean, they're back in the seat where we saw them last game. We know they can string some rounds together, but the question is, where on Lotus do they get bit by the curse?
I mean, look at Anarchy's buy as well. They're going all in for this. They've invested 5 stingers into here, and Anya is going to have an inkling as to what kind of round they're going to be facing down. As so much is coming through. What a shot from Anya, though. Doubles up through the smoke. Is Anarchy going down? Anya has held on to this site. Some beautiful midair tracking.
What wins 5 stingers or 5 specters? And right now, the Spectres are well ahead. We'll see what they do decide to do here, as they will be spotted out in that position and spam down. Gunk with a huge kill.
Rowdy goes down, Loco Boom tagged up, and these Spectres are causing a lot of problems for the Stingers. Can't break through this utility either. It looks to be a potential flawless round out of Feeling Faded.
And Randy's gonna get shot a bit as well, but I mean, this round, it's so far over. Loco Boom looking for some sort of damage, but I mean, there's just no way. It's so difficult to win this, and it's another round for Feeling Faded. If they can win this flawlessly as well, that is such a big advantage heading into next round.
Yeah, Loco Boom only has 10 shots left as well, and Randy will close it out. 180 onto Loco Boom, and that's gonna be a flawless round. On top of that, the economy for Anarchy is looking poor.
I mean, we'll see if they do decide to eco it. There is inklings that they don't want to, but it should be a 3-round in a row for Feeling Faded. That is best case scenario for them. We saw it in the first half, but in this half, Anarchy, they mess up their economy. They went for the overplay, and once again, they are facing backlash. But here we go, 3 players at A. They need to hold these players off. They cannot get thrifty here.
It would be absolutely devastating to get thriftied. Harry takes out Gunk right as Gem claims Rowdy. So the omens for both teams have been taken away. And Ivy is just playing on the edge of this smoke, wanting to play off of their teammate of Gem. That means that the rest of the attackers are just going to regroup and try and get an opening into this round, as it's been mostly a stalemate over here at A main.
Yeah, shots are just going back and forth. Harry is fishing for Gem here. If they can find it, it's such a huge leeway.
Gem's just tucked in at this box, does not want to give over the kill. Spam is going to start coming through, but Gem just staying alive, not able to be flushed out, which allows Ivy to collect one of the kills. Harry eventually takes Gem out, but Ivy's still a problem, and the flank is in their back as well. It's all left up to Zero Cool, who's had some great moments here, but can they provide? No, they cannot. Feeling faded, do not buckle.
No 3-peat from Zero Cool here for the clutches, as it was just absolutely overrun, and now feeling faded. They may not have won that cleanly, but I mean, their economy is in such a good position that they didn't need to. They're looking so good heading into this round. They may not win it because of course, their guns are not the best, but either way, they're looking good for the future. Can Anarchy stop this play? Can they stop this push? Because we're at the reverse funny number now, and anything can happen, but Anarchy, they're looking for blood. They are looking to win this round, as they're going to push Anya here with this outlaw. Could be dangerous.
Gotta love the reverse funny number, and Anya is just gonna back off, gets a lot of damage down onto Bushy. They're gonna take that and run with it, allow some of these Spectres to potentially clean up that kill, as this is essentially Feeling Faded's bonus.
Yeah, we'll have to see what they decide to do, and B is the answer. With all these short-range guns, I'm not really sure if this is the right play for Anarchy, but we'll see how it all plays out. Their gunplay has been really good, but can they show up for the rest of it? Feeling Faded, this is all on you.
Look at Feeling Faded just stacking up next to this smoke. They're gonna wait until the time is right to just burst through. They're getting hit with a lot of utility, and Rowdy, I think, was able to sneak past that Prowler. Oh my god, Gem still wins it with the Bucky though, and all of a sudden this is looking rough for Anarchy as they're losing players one by one. Their backs are being harassed as well. Showstopper goes out on the spike, but it's been half, and this is getting out of control. Ivy in their face with a Bucky, and Zero Cool can't provide another miracle.
Gem blocked the Showstopper so they could continue on the spike. They get at the half. Huge from Feeling Faded. 4 in a row. They win that round, and the economy is so good for them now. They're able to buy once again, and now that they're in even gun ground with Anarchy, this game, it can go anyone's way. Anya has the Tour de France, and anything can happen. This is so good now for Feeling Faded. Their confidence, their motivation. This is exactly what happened in the last map come full circle once again. And Anarchy, they need to figure this out because they are just throwing these rounds away. It looked so good for them for a moment, but everything was just a spectacle for Feeling Faded.
Now forced back onto weaker weapons. It's gonna be Anarchy. They're gonna open it up well, though. They do have a really solid buy. It's only Harry who's stuck on a Guardian, and Bushy also is forced to the light armor, but they're going to go straight onto A. This is looking like a potentially really solid execute for them.
The op is on the other side of the map as well. It is so good for Anarchy. This play could ideally work out, but they no longer have the Thrash or Showstopper to work with, so it could be a bit worse. As Rowdy with a huge pick on the Gem.
Yeah, Gem going down is brutal there, and this is going to make it really difficult to break past this front line of defense. Gunk caught in the teleport and will go down to Rowdy as well. This is looking really bad for Feeling Faded. Everything is being exposed right now. Loco Boom just tucked in, waiting for the peak, but it'll never come. Randy forced to save, and the comeback is brought to a break.
At least a break for now. We have seen Feeling Faded lose off of one round before. The question is, will that happen again, or Feeling Faded can bounce back afterwards because they need the win this next round, at least confidence-wise. Gem is one off the Trailblazers as well. That could be very useful for taking these sites, finding out where these players are, because that has been kind of their problem, not knowing where Anarchy is playing and kind of making the wrong judgment calls off of it. Either way, though, very interested to see how Feeling Faded do play this now because, like I just mentioned, I'm just going to say again, they have lost off of one round. It is very scary, and we need to see if they're able to overcome that fear.
Yeah, but Anya, Ivy, and Randy are all three performing well, so perhaps they've got a little bit more going for themselves than they did in Abyss. Only time will tell.
Oh,
Was that a tag from the up?
that was
I have to imagine. Yeah, I have to imagine that Bushy just got tagged by the Phantom from Gem. I can only assume.
Trailblazer does come out though. We'll spot the members, and it may cause them to retreat, as it does look like Zero Cool does potentially want to go towards this B site, but with all the members kind of corralling them, this round really does fall onto Randy, as is going to need to stop this rotate coming into towards A.
In the middle of moving as well. This could be a problem for Randy, and indeed it is. Loco Boom wins out that fight. Harry is just going to barrel forward and try and get this space, jiggling in and out, and it's going to force Ivy back. This A site is once again compromised. However, the attackers have failed to hold off these retakes before.
Oh.
Well, it doesn't look like that's going to be the case this time. Loco Boom with a very clean shot, and now Ivy and Gem in an uncomfortable retake. Gem funneled in through this broken door is going to be so difficult to get out. Flashes are doubled up, and Ivy tries to bail him out, but not able to do so, and Loco Boom closes out the round. It's an 11th.
And the showstopper was used as well. That's a huge ultimate. You don't want to lose. The only one they're close to now is a Viper's Pit. This late into the game, it's 11-7. Rowdy actually picking up an op here. Going to be looking to use that. And damn, this is just not looking good for Feeling Faded. That one round, like I mentioned, might have just bit them in the butt. They're onto an eco. They have to figure out what they're going to do. They're going to try. Oh, no, they're buying into it now. Sorry, all I saw was, yeah, they're buying into it. So have to see what they do decide to do. Here's Ivy isn't buying a pistol, but the rest, or is only buying a pistol, and the rest is going to be using a gun.
They don't want to play for overtime here. They want to try and stave that off no matter what. But Anya caught out on a peak is going to eat a lot of damage, and Gem forced back through the aftershock as well, not able to avoid the damage. And now Anya has so much pressure, is forced to back off to the lockdown, and we find ourselves in a 4v4 post plant.
Harry going down those huge, the best player so far for Anarchy on at least kill wise is gone. So definitely a very nice advantage, as it looks like Randy wants to go for this door play. If it doesn't work out, it's deadly for the side of Feeling Faded.
Deadly indeed, as they're going to try and break through this front line. Randy sniped out of the round through the wall, will lose their head. Zero Cool adds the problems, and everything falls to Gunk, who only has a judge in this 1v3 and won't even be allowed a single kill. It's match point once again for Anarchy.
Yeah, and there's no hope left. If you're a Feeling Faded fan, you need to sip that hopium, sip that copium, because this match is looking over, but you never know what can happen. 12-7 is comebackable. We have seen teams do it in pro, but is this pro enough, as it is just looking so hard for Feeling Faded to do anything. Their defense is crumbling to this Anarchy team. Harry and Zero Cool are leading the charge.
This is not looking great for Feeling Faded, as their economy is also not too hot. They once again have two gems. Anya trying to step up once again. Will get the opening pick and not traded back either. Gem gets a kill with the judge and doubles up. It's looking good so far in this light buy. It's causing some damage, and they've managed to reset as well. Gunk could be a problem, but overextending oh so much and caught out, brings it back to a 2v2, and Anya is left alone as Randy has to rotate from the other side of the map. It's a 2v2 post plant, and Anya has to bear the weight of so much. Does manage to possibly catch a timing onto Loco Boom though, so could start to work this position. I don't know if Loco Boom will consider this, so Zero Cool has to be ready for the gunfight right now. Both players have slipped past. Snakebite goes out. It's gonna try and keep Pit under control as one of the players is detained. It's gonna come down to the 1v1, and Zero Cool is just too calm in the clutch. Performs once again to pull it over the line for Anarchy.
Anarchy will pick up their second win of the tournament, all off the backs of a lot of clutches, a lot of misplays, and just a lot of funny rounds. Huge from Anarchy. They go 2-3 in the standings. Harry and Loco Boom and Zero Cool played phenomenally on Lotus, and just in general too. The whole team really played quite well. Definitely would have wanted to see a bit more from Bushy, but did show a lot more promise on the support role. Had 12 assists, definitely very good for the team. As I mean, we'll see who we get here for the interview. It looks like Bushy wants it a lot.
It seems like it's between Bushy or Rowdy, but Bushy is definitely arguing for it more. Who do we go for, Rhodes? I'm gonna leave it up to you, Bushy or Rowdy.
I mean, I see a lot of pleases here from Bushy, so I kind of feel like we have to do Bushy.
Alrighty, so we'll be pulling in Bushy
them.
for this post match, and you know what? Screw it. Yeah,
Oh,
let's get both of them.
hello.
Let's get Rowdy in here. Screw
Oh,
it.
let's
Why
go.
not?
Let's get Rowdy in here.
Let's get crazy.
We'll
All
do
right.
one
Oh,
each.
let's
We'll
go,
do-
Rowdy!
We're gonna do
Let's
two-player
go,
interview.
Rowdy.
We'll do one each.
Player,
We'll do one question each.
Yeah. Each player will get one question from the both of us. All right, sounds good. All right, congratulations, boys, on winning that match against Feeling Faded. Definitely was close at a couple of different points, but I actually wanted to ask. I guess we'll go with Bushy for the first one. What's sort of your guys' mental and comms looking like when you're trying to fend off a comeback and you're trying to kill the momentum of another team?
Honestly, I think we just send Rowdy in because, he's him. So, I don't know. We just kind of, reset the mental by, just getting one round, I think. Well, yeah.
I wanted to ask, it's not really a interesting question at all, but there's this one round where just a whole bunch of chaos and everything happened, and in the corner of my eye, I swear you went to go knife the sky. Is that
Yes.
Dude, I cannot
Okay,
wait for you
so-
guys to watch back the VOD. That was a
so
wild
funny. I
round.
Okay.
watched him just running with his knife out.
So,
so what happened?
I thought I wanted to just make the game exciting. So I just pulled out the knife and just kept swinging, and then I just we're just gonna leave this round if I just don't back up. So that's what I did.
That round
And I-
was something, dude.
And I mean, you guys had a lot of clutches in that map specifically, and Rowdy, I mean, in the first map, you played absolutely phenomenally. Did have a bit of a setback here, but when you're watching your team have a lot of clutches rounds and giving you guys momentum back, how do you talk to each other about trying to get back into this match and look forward to not have any more chaotic rounds or rounds that have a lot of misfortunate things happen?
A lot of our issues whenever it comes to having to be inside clutch situations is that where our trading's really bad. So a lot of times if we have a round where somebody clutches, obviously you glaze your teammate a little bit. I know Zero had a lot of clutches. Zero played really well that game. He had a lot of clutches. So obviously everybody glazes Zero, but then you have to reset the mental, just being make sure we get our trades and play numbers and stuff just rego over the fundamentals with the team.
I wanted to touch on it just finally here. It seemed like a lot of your guys' game plan was reliant on hero plays, but I think there was a bit more to the story as well. Multiple times we saw Feeling Faded start to mount a comeback against you guys, and I just wanted to ask, uh, How strong do you think your mid-game adjustment stacks up against other teams within this league? As I mean, obviously, if it weren't for your mid-game adjustment, you guys possibly could have been facing down a comeback in both maps.
Um, Actually, as a team, for a really long time, we really sucked at that. Like, we kind of just did the same thing over and over. But since 2 or 3 weeks ago, we've gotten a lot better about adjusting. I forgot who we were playing, but we had a 12-6 comeback on Lotus, and it was one of the greatest games we ever
It
played. And
was
it was all because we completely like adjusted to like how they were playing their defense. So we've gotten a lot better about it. I think we stack up pretty well against most of the other teams whenever it comes to adjusting.
I think it was against Long Lost.
Yeah,
Not
yeah, I think it
100%
was.
sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Here, wait. Yeah, it was a 14-12 long loss. Yeah, it was long loss.
I mean, it definitely has helped you guys out in this game. You guys showed a lot of resilience on both of those maps. So, congratulations to that win. Hopefully, that'll help you guys continue to try and turn this league around for yourselves. As for us, that will be it for week 5. Thank you for tuning in, and make sure you're catching the future games coming up in week 6.
Adios.
Thank you.
This is just for us now. We know I ain't ballin' yet. Hoes wanna holler, oh no, I don't call them back. Girl, let me see you hold it down, we gon' have a blast. Cause I just wanna know what you gonna do with all of that. Ain't gotta say a word, I know what's up. You can have it all, watch me rip it off. I'll admit it, you got me feeling hella love. Even when it's going down, know that we gon' live it up. Young shot caller, always been a baller. Know that you the one, I can feel it in my heart, yeah. I won't stop charging, we going come harder. I can see you and I, way beyond the stars, girl. I can never ever find the right words, and there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl, so I can only say that it feels right. It feels right. It feels right. It feels
Mighty War.